Baddies, what's up? Did Ahna get beat up? Because, baby, I don't know if y'all know, but if y'all don't know, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, Zeus dropped the teaser for Baddies Africa, the first teaser for Baddies Africa, and announced that they will be releasing it on May 11th. Yes, the first episode of Baddies Africa is going to be released on May 11th along with Baddies Going Wild. But girl, they released a teaser and it kind of teased Ahna Mac versus Stunna Girl a little bit, and the girls was like, Ahna Mac is looking rough, so now they feel like Stunna Girl got the up on Ahna Mac. Okay, also we gotta get into some things concerning the Baddies Midwest reunion. But first, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that post notification bell so you know every single time I post a new video. Girl, it's MessyMya. It's the MessyMya girl. We are lit over here. Trust and believe that. And what? And yeah, let's get into the mess.
We are here in Africa. The Baddies are known everywhere.
And baby, let me just say this, baby. This is gonna be the first pause of the reaction video, okay? Because let me just say this. When I tell y'all Scotty has come a long way when it comes to Natalie, like when I tell y'all she used to let Natalie talk to her any kind of way, used to let Natalie do her any kind of way, I'm talking about dragging her all up and down the Baddies West parking lot. I'm talking about on Baddies South, talking to her crazy like she's a child or something, or like she's her hoe or something. Baby, Scotty is no longer Natalie's hoe. Scotty is no longer Natalie's lapdog, and I feel like Natalie does not know how to handle it. I feel like she does not know how to handle it. Scotty is now sticking up for herself when it comes to Natalie, and baby, when I tell you, I am so proud of her. This was somebody that got brought onto the show basically as Natalie's little flunky. She was Natalie's little flunky. She was doing what Natalie wanted. You know, and she was clinging to Natalie even after Natalie put her hands on her, talked to her crazy. Natalie always took her anger out on Scotty. Always said crazy things to Scotty, even when she was mad at Scotty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, her true feelings about Scotty always was revealed whenever she was mad about Scotty. Telling something, no more Jess, and oh, your love language is money and you have none of it. Like, Natalie was not a friend to Scotty, and I said what I said. And I feel like it's like, finally, girl, finally, you are sticking up for yourself. And I'm telling you, if you were watching from the beginning when Scotty came on as a replacement, because Scotty was a replacement. She came on as a replacement on Baddies South at the very beginning, baby. If you were watching at the very beginning, from then to now, if you see how Scotty's attitude basically like, girl, I don't know what it is, girl. Now, I don't know if she's allegedly still busting it open for Lemon Pepper Stepper, girl. She's starting to get a little bit more emotion around there, so she really feel like she don't really got to kiss up to Natalie no more. I don't know if she just overall just sticking up for herself and she just getting a little bit more bold. I don't know what it is, but baby, I'm glad. I'm glad it's happening. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave that there. Apparently, this was the day, the exact same scene that Ahna had fought Natalie.
Like, I'm not scared of you, Rollie. I don't want you to be scared of me. What do you want to do?
I pray that this is the actual real storyline that built up until this point, and this is not the same rerun of the shit that the newbies pulled last season. Y'all remember on the very first episode, or maybe it was like between like the first and the third episode. Anyways, it was one of the first cities, girl. It was at the very beginning where all the girls had met at the house. Girl, everybody was outside. The newbies was already fighting. They was already tearing the set up. Girl, the OGs pull up on the scene, and the newbies was starting with the OGs for the dumbest reasons ever. Girl, Pretty P said that Diamond was looking at her all types of ways. Girl, Diamond is cockeyed. Girl, stop lying. Okay, not only that, but Emma called Scotty boring. Okay, you think she boring? She is boring, but you want to fight her about it, girl? That's crazy. So she tried to fight Scotty because she was boring. Girl, Bit like stepped up to the plate and told Jela, ho, yeah, Jela, you're a bully. You're a bully hoe, and you don't fight nobody your size. A lie. Girl, goodbye. Girl, what else? Girl, goodbye. Who else? Girl, it was somebody else. Girl, to make a long story short, what I'm trying to tell y'all is that We all know that last season, all the newbies stepped up and confronted the OGs for the dumbest reasons ever. The only OGs, the only newbies who came onto the show with a valid reason to get into it with the OGs were Summer, because Summer had gotten into it with Ahna, Biggie, and Mariah Lynn at the auditions. Girl, she had unfinished business. Not only that, but, you know what I'm saying, the whole storyline with Dolly and Ahna Mac was dumb. But, you know what I'm saying, that was something that actually happened between Ahna and Dolly for Dolly to be mad about, okay? Dolly and Summer are the only ones that came into the house as new girls who had valid reasons to want to get the OG. Girl, everybody else, girl, pulled a storyline out their ass. For camera time, child. I am praying that this is not that, because, girl, I don't want to see a rerun of that. She said, Rollie, I'm not scared of you. She said, I'm not scared of you, Rollie. Rollie said, bitch, I never said that you needed to be scared. And she asked Rollie what she wanted to do. She said, girl, what you want to do? So, girl, we're just going to have to see how that turned out.
You have no reason to fight me, my nigga. I heard you got no reason.
I don't know how the other girl gets down, because, girl, we done had our fair share of these bitches that come onto the show and they are big for nothing. But, baby, I don't know. This looks like a good matchup. I don't know. I don't know how the other girl fight that. It looks like a good matchup.
I fought yesterday. You don't understand how Ahna Mac beat you.
Girl, jump scare hoe. So this is basically floating around social media right now, and the girls was like trying to say that Stunna tour. Mind you, bitch, we didn't really see much out the trailer. Like I said, Stunna Girl says she won and she knows she ain't lose. Ahna Mac said she beat up Stunna Girl, but then she tried to backtrack and say that she never said that. Ho, you definitely said that. And you said that she got beat up 4 rounds and you did all this shit to her. You told her to show her face, all that, girl. You said she kept wanting to go round for round because she couldn't beat you up. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going on. Okay, but I'm feeling, girl, she look a little rough right here. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say, girl. But I'm not going to say too much, girl. I'm not going to say as much as y'all, because y'all is talking a lot. Talking about some, Ahna got tore. Girl, we don't know that because they didn't even show the fight. They didn't even show the fight. But I'm excited to see all 4 rounds. But y'all know Miss Mac can be real delusional sometimes, and I don't want the Mac warriors to come for me, girl. I don't want the fan base to come for me. I'm just saying, sometimes, girl, she be mid-fight, mid-round, whatever, girl, hollering about something, she beating somebody up. I beat your ass. This, that, and the third, girl. She just said this right here, and girl, I'm just saying, sometimes when she say that, she be fucking lying. Okay, just like how she lied about talking about something. I never said I beat up Stunna Girl. Yes, you did, mama. You did, baby. You said that. But we're just gonna have to see. We're just gonna have to see.
Shut up, bitch.
But I do want to know what's Tito like. Who y'all think won? I'm just saying. Who do y'all feel like won? Let me know in the comment section. Like, who you got your money on, baby?
You're the boss. Girl, trying to get Jason. We've established that.
Now, this is my thing, ho. Why you didn't get off the bed, ho? Like, I don't know what happened. I really don't. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like if you're standing on a couch or if you're standing on a bed or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, ho, why you not getting up off that bed? Get off that bed so both of y'all can be leveled up. Leveled on the floor. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, why are you standing on the bed? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. But BitLex, another thing, girl. Why would you even let her... Girl, you should have seen that coming. You should have seen that coming. You didn't let this hoe pop you mid-sentence. You better take put her on the floor. There's no reason why you shouldn't put her on the floor. She's up in the air on the bed. Girl, if you don't get this hoe on the floor.
You rolling with them bitches. Cordial with you the whole time. No, knock me down.
Oh Lord, child. Are y'all ready to hear Summer's mouth for another season? For another full season? Are y'all ready? Let me know in the comments. But shout out to all the new girls from Baddies Midwest, because, baby, more of the new girls got onto the next season before the OGs. Like, the OGs that were so entitled last season and were so full of themselves last season and thought the girl, half of them bitches is gone, girl. Most of the new girls made it onto the next season, which rightfully so. Before my attitude kind of changed towards Summer, I knew she was going to make it on. I'm telling you, like, the first few episodes that Summer was on, I'm like, she is definitely good. She's too problematic to not be on. Girl, Zeus loves controversy, and Summer is a walking controversy.
Look at that thick ass wig on your head. So bad. Girl, do it, bitch. You jumping, bitch.
Is Scotty running? Girl, I'm not finna play. I'm not finna play, girl. You jumped too. You jumped too. Hold on, let me watch this again. Child, security is not in between them this time, child. I don't see security right here, girl. They probably came a couple seconds later, but yeah, security wasn't in the way at all at first. And girl, Scotty looks petrified.
That's for jumping, bitch. You jumped down. That's for jumping, bitch. You jumped down. That's for jumping, bitch. You jumped down.
Nah, she looks terrified, girl. She seen Bitlex coming, girl. Because mind you, like I said, when Bitlex initially called out her fade, her one-on-one fade at the reunion, security was in the way. Security was in the way. So it's like off rip, you just know, like Bitlex is not getting over there. Scotty is not getting over there. Okay, they're not gonna let it happen, bitch. Look at. Oh my god, like I actually feel a little bad, girl. She looks terrified. You jumped too. You jumped too. Okay, she jumped, but she wants her one-on-one. Both of y'all are wrong for jumping. And technically, yes, it was a jump for a jump. She jumped you turned around and jumped her back. But she wants that one-on-one. Like, at least she's willing to give you a one-on-one, or she's willing to call out your one-on-one face. She's just not a scary ass hoe that's gonna jump, and then when somebody call out her one-on-one face, she's not gonna take that. No. She wants her one. Scotty looks so scared. Child, and as Bitlex got closer and closer, security finally. Now again, this is what I mean by Scotty being PC'd up. Baby, if it was anybody else, they would have let Bitlex tear her a new one. But because it's Scotty, security swoops in last minute. But girl, security wasn't fast enough because Bitlex still swung. Girl, Scotty was so scared. Scotty forgot to do a little signature kick, girl. Girl. And again, like I said, girl, Scotty is PC'd up, girl. If it was anybody else, they would have let Bitlex tear them up, pop them, do whatever she wanted to them. If Bitlex has a problem and it's literally two of these tall girls, what is the issue? What is the problem? She still wants her one from the reunion. But Summer, mind you, Summer and Scotty ran it already. That's what I'm saying. Girl, they would let anything else go down except for Scotty and Bitlex. Girl, let them fight. At least one round. That's all I'm saying. Girl, Bitlex popped her and it looks like it wasn't even a tussle. And here comes security protecting Scotty. All right, y'all. So this is when the teaser basically goes into, like, you know, all the fights. Y'all know how, like, at the end of the teasers and at the end of the trailers, they show, like, all these flashes of the girls fighting. Obviously, I'm not going to show that on here. If you want to see the full thing, go on Zeus Network's social media, and baby, it is all over. Probably on their YouTube as well. But yeah. So, girl, let's go ahead and get into it. Girl, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. So something else that they showed that was a little interesting was, again, Ahna Mac and Natalie. We already knew that was a thing because Ahna Mac bragged hella times about beating up Natalie on her own show. I whipped you on your own show. Da-da-da-da-da. And we all know that they're going to edit it in Natalie's favor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny that they would edit it in Natalie's favor, especially because they already sent Ahna Mac home on Natalie's behalf, okay? So it's not going to be surprising if they end up editing but I'm just saying, the one little flash of the clip that they showed of Natalie versus Ahna Girl, it looked like Natalie knocked Ahna's head off her shoulders. And that's all I'm going to say, okay? So, girl, it's just like, But Stunna Girl went live yesterday, I believe, last night, basically when this teaser dropped, and she got into some things. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get into it, and then I'm gonna get into it.
Oh, Stunna Girl, she took this from me, and it was 20K, knowing damn well that motherfucking shit wasn't no 20K, bitch. I will go to the pawn shop and show you that shit was not even $1,000, $500 the most. So bitches was trying to get more money because they checks was little. Production was scared because they like, how is she finding people? How does she always find people? Even production was just scared of the whole entire situation. Like, so in order for things to proceed, I had to shut my mouth, and I'm a grown woman, so I know how to shut my mouth. Like, it's not that serious. I don't gotta argue. Oh, Stunna Girl, she took this. That tells you all you need to know. That tells you all the fuck you need to know. Like, if I'm the aggressor and I'm the one that's up in the score, I'm the one that's getting in the paint, I'm the one that's in the field up in the score, what do I need to be on live talking about if I'm the one up in the score? I'm not the victim. Okay? I let the victims get on here and tell their story. I don't gotta get on here and tell my story, babes. I don't got to. Because it speaks for itself, right? Okay. It speaks for itself. That's what I thought. It speaks for itself, clearly. I don't have to get on here and tell my story. I let the victims do that because it speaks for itself. Period. You're never going to see me on live. Like, I don't even got to talk because they doing the talking. They telling y'all, even though it might not be true what they saying, you see the results though, right? I don't got to get on here and clear nothing up. You go. She's disrespected the whole entire production. She's disrespecting all of us. Why did you guys bring Stunna Girl here? She shouldn't be here. Okay, so let's not act like that's out the ordinary. That because I have bad blood people, they'll try to edit it some type of way. So before I left, I let everybody know to their face as a grown woman, as a grown girly gangster that I am. If y'all edit this any type of way, y'all gonna wake back up the demon. And by the demon, I mean the demon. Like, you're gonna wake up the demon in me. And you know what they did? They laughed and said, we won't do that, Stunna Girl. You got our word. Stunna Girl is a celebrity guest appearance. Guest appearance. Y'all know what the word appearance means? Appearance means that I'm only there for 60 minutes. 1 hour. 1 hour. That means 60 minutes. Okay? 60 minutes. Do y'all not know how to count? Now, what y'all fail to realize is I've been on both sides of the fence. I've been a cast member. I've been behind production on my own shit. So I know, and mind you, with the type of editors and the type of money they got and the type of whatever, they can edit it to where a bitch is doing a backflip. Trust and believe that. On my dead brother. That was the most talked about day. Like, let's really be real. Have we heard anything else since that day? No. When I was actually a cast member, I was keeping it lit. Like, why you think they had to pay me to come back? I even said that in the scene. I was like, if bitches was doing their job, I wouldn't even be here right now. Let's clock that. Like, you know how bad, you know, they probably was like, they probably was dreading having to pay me to come back, honest to God. But if y'all really think about it, we ain't heard nothing else. So, of course, the bitch gonna want to sit up and talk about me all day. Bitch, I am the MVP. I'm the most memorable bitch. Like, I want the amount of money I get. That's the real tea. That's why everybody was so mad that I was coming, because they heard how much I was getting paid. Eat little bit of crumbs. And I have to do all this work. So, of course, I will go argue with Stunna Girl, too, because imagine getting a scene with me. Like, you might just get a little bit more money. You know? So you're going to have to work hard for that. You're going to have to work hard for that scene, babes. Real hard. You're going to have to jump through some hoops. You're going to have to do the little, you know, in the army where they got a...
Girl, Stunna Girl said after her and Ahna got into it, she went up to production, looked them in their face, and told them, if y'all bitches edit this any... She said, if y'all edit this any kind of way, I'm going to be on demon time, bitch. Y'all all gonna feel it if y'all edit this any kind of way. I am excited, and no, I'm not excited because I feel like either or can fight. It's just more so like I'm excited because A, these two have been going back and forth for over a year and no fade was had. No fade was caught. None of that. So I'm glad that they finally went round for round after all that time of talking mess. Okay? Not only that, but... like I said, girl, both of them just seemed too confident until, like I said, about a week or two ago, Ahna Mac came out and she lied and said, oh, I never said that I beat up Stunna Girl. But before that, she was real confident that she whooped her ass, okay? Real confident. And Stunna Girl is also real confident. Girl, she said in the live that I just showed y'all, I don't have to get online to tell my story. Bitch, I let the victim do that. So that's what I'm saying. Too confident. I need to see who won. And I need to see it immediately. We just gonna have to see though. Okay, so Jela and Bit Lex are still going back and forth online because Jela is getting some backlash for biting Bit Lex, and baby Jela is standing on it, ho. She said let's just go ahead and get to what Jela had to say. Jela said, yes, I bit her, but did she die? No. She wanted to take up for the girl that bit me, so I bit her ass so she could see how it feels. Oh well, cry me a river, I don't care. Build a bridge and get over it. If I had to get over it, y'all can and she can too. She took up for a bitch that bit me and was loud and wrong. So I bit her too so she can see how it feels. I don't care what y'all say, argue with that wall. I give no fucks and I would bite that long foot, big teeth, having bitch again. No, it's not. I'm talking about what she's saying. The fact that she bit Big Legs is really not funny, but why is she tearing her up like this verbally? Why? Anyways, she basically said, girl, I would do it again. And again and again and again, girl, I would do it a million times over if I had the chance, ho. Okay, so in my opinion, y'all know I love Jela down. But in my opinion, I feel like Jela is full of it. I feel like she's not fucking with Big Lex. Hands-wise, fighting-wise, nothing. So I feel like she had to resort to that. I feel like Jela was losing so bad that second round. And Big Lex was getting her so bad to the point where, ho, you had no... I'm not gonna say she had no other option, but like, girl, you was getting whooped so bad to the point where you had to resort to biting. Something that you complained about all last season. I don't feel like it had anything to do with Gretch, and I feel like it's a little bit weird that she would make it about Gretch. But like, I kind of understand what she's saying though. Like, ho, you sat up there, came for me first, defending a bitch that literally bit my chest in, okay? Bit my chest in, pulled my teeth out, and you defended her so bad. You like what she do so bad. Let me show you something. It's still wrong though. It's still wrong and it's still gross, and I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying I kind of understand what Jela is saying a little bit, but I feel like overall Jela is just so full of shit. She's full of it. Like, girl, no. You were losing. And you resorted to biting her because you were losing that bad. The biting is weird. I said what I said. I don't care who is doing it. It's weird. It's weird. Why are you biting? Why are you opening your mouth and chewing on her skin? Why, like, are you an animal? Like, why are you doing that? It's just, oh girl, it was just, I feel like biting is just absolutely disgusting. I feel like biting is in the same category as spitting. It's absolutely disgusting. Like, girl, just take that L. Take that L. Girl, you were losing. You were probably tired of losing, girl. Big Lake's been tearing that ass up since Hawaii. You were probably tired. But girl, don't sit up here and lie. Tell me something. Girl, it was because of Gretchen, child. No, ho. You was losing, girl. You were losing. Okay, so Big Lex responded and she said she bit me because she went into survival mode and was getting tore. It was nothing else she could do except bite me. It was nothing else she could do except for bite me. I called her out. I called her out for jumping in while I was fighting somebody else. Simple. If she can jump in a fight, she can stand 10 toes by herself, and then I made her disappear. That's what I've been saying this entire time, and I really do not see what the issue is. Like I said, Big Lex came out on stage and she was jumping. That was definitely wrong. But Jela jumped Big Lex. You know what I'm saying? She jumped her. So, like, what is the issue with Big Lex needing that or calling out a one-on-one fade? Literally, what is the problem? And then, like I said, you jumped her first. You snuck her first. And you bit her first. And, girl, after that round, girl, we ain't seen Jela for the rest of the time. I don't know what's going on with my favorites. I don't know what they got going on, but girl, chill. And then, you know what I'm saying? A Big Lex over here putting the magic wand emoji, talking about I made her disappear. Girl, this is a mess. But I'm glad that this is over. This little storyline between these two, I'm glad that it is over. I'm glad. Because, girl. Okay, so Summer went on Instagram and she shared, you know what I'm saying, the little clip of Ivori tripping her. Girl, I'm not gonna lie, that was a key. Especially because Summer literally jumped Ivori while Ivori was getting into it with Big Lex. She literally jumped into her fight. And now, girl, jump for a jump, girl. Anyways, so she basically shared it and she said, weak hoe saved by a trip literally on my mom. Basically calling Jazz a weak hoe and saying that she, like, Ivori literally saved her. But in my opinion, I feel like Ivori didn't even save her because, bitch, when Ivori got Summer on the ground, Summer got right back up and still got the fighting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Jazz didn't do what she needed to do in that moment. Like, because there's no way you literally got help. Somebody came out the cut and dropped this hoe to her knees. Literally had Summer on her knees, on the floor. And you let this hoe get right back up? I'm confused. I don't feel like Jazz got saved. I mean, Jazz kind of got saved, but it's like not really because, girl, you You ain't even do anything with that. Like, you had the opportunity to really dog her out if you wanted to, and you couldn't even do it. And I'm still confused as to why she couldn't do it. But you know what? That's neither here or there. This is what I'm saying when I say that Jazz and Summer's fades are weak as fuck. They're weak, and I'm tired of them. And I'm not going to say that they're not needed, because clearly they got beef. If you got an issue, get your issue. Stand on business. And I'm glad they stood on business. But baby, their fades are just, they're tired is what I'm trying to say. The beef is tired. It's stale. And girl, and that's just where we're going to leave that, because baby, that was last season. Let's get into the next topic. Alright, so Ivori responded to this, basically to Summer saying that, you know, Ivori saved her during that fight. So Ivori said, I don't care. She jumped me 3 times. I do not care. And like I said, girl, a jump for a jump. Like I said, you can't feel, at this point with the Baddies Midwest cast, you literally cannot feel bad for anybody or half of the people, because 9 times out of 10, they jumped first, or they been jumping, or they been fighting dirty. Like, all them hoes was, I really hope it's not like that on Baddies Africa. I pray the jumping, the sneaking, the tag teaming, and the just not fighting fair and the fighting dirty stops in Africa, because girl, it was at an all-time high during Baddies Midwest. Them hoes was jumping. Loved them a good jump. Child, let's just pray Baddies Africa that they're running one-on-one fades all season. Let's just hope. Or at the least, a tag team. I don't even like that, but I'm just saying, girl, I feel like tag teaming is better than jumping. But yeah, Ivori girl, she jumped you first. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, so Tommie Lee has arrived. Y'all know she's the special guest. She has arrived to Baddies Africa.
Gang in this bitch.
Let's go. Tommie Lee.
Gang in Africa.
So Tommie Lee has arrived to Africa, and baby, her and Rollie are already starting their shit, already starting their back and forth. Y'all know, girl, the last time Rollie seen Tommie was pew, 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 bow, 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 pow, 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 all up in Rollie's chest. Done popped her in her chest, girl, with a BB, okay? We all seen that. We all know, girl. That was the last time they seen each other, so obviously they're still going to be beefing. They've been beefing since Baddies West. So Tommie started the shade, y'all. So she basically posted this video of Rollie. Y'all know when like they were at the cabin and stuff before, of course, all the madness happened, where she pulled out the pew pew and the BB and got the popping Rollie all up in her chest and think about little girl. Okay, so before that, she was arguing with Rollie, and Rollie basically told her like, yeah, like, you know, you're basically desperate for a check. You're desperate for a check. So she played that clip where Rollie said that, and then she wrote another clip with Rollie rolling around in Alfredo sauce. So again, it's just saying like you're trying to clown the next bitch for what they're doing for a check, but you're not only on the same show as her, but you were rolling around in Alfredo sauce a couple years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like there's no way you're sitting here telling me that I'm doing anything for a check, and you're trying to clown me for what the hell I'm doing for a check. And bitch, you was on all fours dancing in Alfredo sauce and slipping and sliding in Alfredo sauce. That is embarrassing, child. It's just embarrassing. The pot calling the kettle black. Tommie ain't never did no shit like that. It gets even messier, okay, girl? So like I said, right before showing up to Africa, Tommie posted that video of Rollie basically contradicting herself, rolling around on all fours in Alfredo sauce, child, okay? And Rollie responded right back and said she does do anything for money, child. Welcome to Africa, Tommie. And girl, this is a mess, girl. Now, as you can see, I got it censored. So I'm going to just let y'all do what you will with that information, girl. But the picture, you can go on the blog pages and look. But girl, Rollie took it there is all I'm going to say. Alright, y'all. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. If you made it this far, go ahead and drop a pink heart emoji, girl. It could be any pink heart emoji. I just want to know who the real MessyMya members are. MessyMya stand up. Yeah. Make sure you guys tune into my live tomorrow night. Baby, I'm going live to recap the reunion. You guys can call in, pop your ish, all that, girl. It's gonna be a time. We're gonna have a time, baby. Okay. It's MessyMya. Girl, I'm out this hoe. Bye.